Coming to you live from Southern California. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Well, Singy's trying to match the stellar performance by yesterday. First pitch coming your way. And on the hill for the Dodgers, Emmett Sheehan. What do you have on him, Chris? All right, ready to get underway. Steven Kwan digs in for the Guardians. And that's how we get started here in Los Angeles.
First pitch, 7-11.
Right through there for a strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there. Excellent arm action on that two-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. The 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Here's Jose Ramirez. Blasted a solo homer yesterday. The only run they were able to score. Swings through that one for strike two. Just underway. Crowd getting settled here at Dodger Stadium. Battling here as he fouls it away.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Strike three, and that's two in a row. Kyle Manzardo digs in for the Guardians. That clips the corner. Right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. The Dodgers coming up, and we are scoreless. This is Dodgers. We go to the bottom of the first, and on the mound for Cleveland in this one, Tanner Bybee. Chris, how about a scouting report?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Shohei Ohtani, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Keyfus ranging back, has room, and he makes the catch.
Batting third, first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
Here is Freddie Freeman. Freeman with a homer in his last game. There's a swing and a drive. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
No waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front, ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
So runner at second, 2 down. Here comes Max Muncy. Big game last night. He went 4 for 5. There's a strike, 95 of that one.
Well, you always want to come out in the first inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big 2-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there on the board.
Man on second, 2 down. Foul ball there.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Out towards right center. That's well struck. Can't get to it, and this should score the run. And the Dodgers score first. It's 1-0.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap, and when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Andy Pages steps to the plate for the Dodgers, coming off a 4-hit effort in yesterday's game. What a stop! Fires to first, and very nicely done for the out. Dodgers with a run-scoring double. It's now 1-0. All set for the start of the inning. Stepping up for the Guardians, Rhys Hoskins. And that one fouled off. The 0-1. And that drops in for a strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Got him swinging.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch. Tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous two-strike pitch.
Gabriel Arias, batting with one down, takes a strike. Late on that fastball.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Swings through it for the K. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
This one in the air. Betts. And that's the 3rd out. Guardians go down. Welcome back to Dodger Stadium, the 2-time defending champs, and singing what a year it was in 2025 for LA.
Yeah, incredible. And again, Shohei Ohtani, he just leads all the headlines with what he continues to do and amaze. But you know, this is a talented ball club, and a lot of people around the league, Boog, would say, well, automatically they're spending so much money, they should win the World Series again. But it's not that easy. I mean, 162-game season, there's some things, you know, internally that have to take place on a day-to-day.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Out of here. And Mookie leaves the yard. He's up to 3 home runs in the series. And they add to the lead. It's 2-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
One down. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Right through there for a strike. Hernandez with a couple of homers in his last game. He swings and fouls one off. On a line. Martinez takes it in for the out. And there's 2 away.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way bad.
Ripped on the ground to second. And that is the inning. Dodgers add 1 to their lead on a solo homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Welcome back. And singing last time out, he was nearly untouchable. Today, same story.
He's pitching like a man on a mission out there, a hitter's nightmare.
Swing, and all the bat went flying there. The 0-2. Oof. That one went straight back and got our ump right in the mask. Let's hope he's okay. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
Comes up empty.
Well, this can be kind of frustrating for the hitting coach. Right now, this lineup seems to be swinging at everything. See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Stays alive. The 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those. More margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport. And I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
2 down, nobody on. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Got him looking for the K. And he strikes out the side in the 3rd. 9 straight retired here to start the game. You're watching Dodgers baseball on the show LA. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Kyle Tucker. And that one hammered. Carrying well. Out of here. And King Tuck sends it out of here. His 4th home run of the season. And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-0.
Sitting first pitch fastball, and that's what he delivered. He guessed right, squared it up, and he made it look way too easy. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. Flied to right his first time. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
This one smoked on its way out of here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add on. So the streak stays alive. His 4th straight game with a home run.
Boog, that's like a cycle of home runs, and I know how much you love the cycle. He's absolutely punishing mistakes right now he can't miss. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here in the last half of the 3rd. Hammered down the right side, but foul. There's a swing and a drive. That went over at the ground rule double. Automatic double.
Well, this tends to happen more often in this park than others, and that short fence is just so inviting for hitters. You see a lot of balls bounce over for an automatic double when no one can run it down.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Muncy digs in. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's got a chance. On the warning track and hauls it in.
Up next for the Dodgers, center fielder Andy Pages.
Andy Pages will hit next. He's 0 for 1. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Here's the ball. It's hit right back up the middle. Clearly a base hit. And that's one of those where you expect the guy from second to score.
The batter now will be Will Smith. Grounded out his first time. Hard liner. Makes the grab on the run. And there's 2 away.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Here's Mookie to hit. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
That's a base hit as a run scores. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that
new pitcher on here, Slade Cecconi.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
2 on, 2 outs. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That one carrying and out of here. A 3-run shot. Their 3rd home run of the inning, and they add to their lead. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
So 2 down. Tommy Edman at the plate. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Right through there for a strike. And a base hit up the middle. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order.
Up next for the Dodgers.
So here's Kyle Tucker now, and he has a chance to homer for the 2nd time this inning.
His mind, and he'd get another chance to do that again in this inning, but here we are. Let's see if he can pull it off.
That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. And that one is going to go. Another homer. Make that 4 homers in the inning. And they add to the lead. It's 10-0.
Versus power right there, like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. He's already homered in this game. Hee-haw! That one to first. Manzardo takes it himself out, and thank goodness the inning is back here in L.A. Well, Singy, as we talked about earlier, he was dominant in his last start and doing the same thing again today.
Yeah, Boog, in total control on the mound in this one. What a run he's on. Let's see if he can keep this thing going.
Here's a 1-1. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's a 1-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That one just misses.
That's out.
Ball 2. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Strikeout number 8. Now it's Jose Ramirez. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. And first offering is fouled off. Pop foul out of play off to the right. The Guardians yet to pick up a hit here. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Throw on to Freeman. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. 2 outs, base is empty. And here's the first baseman, Kyle Manzardo. That one fouled off. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Struck him out looking. So 12 up. 12 back here at Chavez Ravine. This lineup has been going off today. 5 homers so far as we take a look at the spray chart.
Yeah, they've been sending them out all over the yard, Boog. Doesn't seem like there's anywhere for these pitchers to hide.
First one to Freeman is in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
That one hops against the fence. Relay to second, safe, and that's his 3rd hit.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Max Muncy at the dish. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That one carrying. It has the distance gone. Max Muncy leaves the yard. His 7th home run of the season. And they tack on to their lead. It's 12-0. This one absolutely screamed out of here, Singy. A laser. StatCast tells us it was 112 miles an hour off the bat.
Yeah, it left in a real hurry and didn't go that far because of the launch angle being a little flatter, but clearly it had all the velocity it needed to leave the yard.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Slade Ciccone won't go any further. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. New arm out of the bullpen, Eric Sabrowski. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. Here's the center fielder, Andy Pages, 1 for 2. In the air, left field. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
He put a drive into that ball, and he was rewarded for it for sure. He probably wondered a little bit if he got enough of it to clear the fence in the air, but I'm sure he's plenty happy jogging into second with the automatic double.
So man aboard, Will Smith to the plate. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. So, Singy, let's dive into the numbers courtesy of StatCast. Do you even feel contact being made when you hit a ball that hard?
No, I don't think so, Boog. I mean, that's just the best feeling in the world as a hitter. You square it up perfectly, and it's like you didn't even swing it.
That's to third. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Pages scores.
No, he saved.
And he's going to make it to first, and we'll see how they score it. And now Teoscar Hernandez. He's already homered here in this one. Fastball for a strike. This one bashed to left center. On its way, and that one's out of here. A 3-run dinger. His second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 16-0. Chris, that ball came out hot. So let's see what StatCast has to say.
Yeah, it really did, Boog. 111 miles per hour off the bat, and a really nice launch angle as well. Just a beautiful swing from start to finish.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Eric Zabrowski is done, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. The Guardians going with a new pitcher, Tim Herrin.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. Right through there for a strike. Oh, 1 now. Grounds one to short. Arias to first. Finally gets the first out here on the grounder.
Up next for the Dodgers, right fielder Kyle Tucker.
Here's Kyle Tucker. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those two he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dig.
On the ground. And that one finds its way through. So a man aboard now with one away.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Here's Ohtani. On the ground right side. 4, 6, 3 double play. And the inning is over. Back here at Dodger Stadium. Now it's the Guardians DH, Rhys Hoskins. Late on that fastball.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Hoskins pushes it foul. See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. Gabriel Arias digs in for the Guardians. This one in the air right field. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. They're still chasing it as he rounds second. And he's got himself a triple. So one gone with a runner at third. Bo Naylor at the plate now. That one finds the zone. Strike one. And it's fouled away. Stays alive. Here's the 0-2. And they'll do it again.
0-2 count. You got the opportunity to expand the zone. Couldn't get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
There's a strike. Sets him down on strikes. Now it doesn't strike. Back here in L.A., they put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where their hits have landed.
Yeah, when a team has this many knocks, a lot of the time it gets clustered to one side or another. Not today. They're hitting it all over the field.
And that one is gone. Freddie Freeman bops one out of here. His second of the year, and they add to their lead. It's 17-0.
Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but you know those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it. You know, these Dodgers doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. Double-digit hits and 0 strikeouts. I don't know which of those is more impressive, but especially in today's game, that's something they can feel very good about.
That one hammered center field. Martinez going back on this one. Caught just shy of the wall.
All those numbers mean this offense is really making the defense work by just putting the ball into play. Anything can happen at that point.
And now the center fielder, Andy Pages. That one ripped left field. That's back. And that one's gone. A solo shot. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add to the lead. It's 18-0.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrists to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Back there. And it's into the bullpen for a homer. They go back to back, and they add on. It's 19-0. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest.
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Sean Armstrong. One down. Here's Mookie Betts now. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a homer. In the air, left field. 2 down. Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Oh, great stop. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out. They explode with 3. We're back with a look at key moments so far in this one. Angel Martinez digs in for the Guardians.
You know, these Guardians just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
Fights it off, he'll see another.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. So digging in, Daniel Schneemann.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
And the 0-2. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. So up next, Stephen Kwan. Swinging a foul straight back. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Strike on the inside corner. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't. Even on the road trips, I was, pretty average. There were some guys that would dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying, where in the world are you going? But overall, I'd say I kept it low-key.
Whips it to first. 1 away, bottom of the 6th.
Up next for the Dodgers, right fielder Kyle Tucker.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Kyle Tucker getting ready to hit. A sliding stop over to first. And that's a great play for the out.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required.
Matt Vesta will take over here. 2 down, base is empty. And up next for Los Angeles, Shohei Ohtani. Hammered down the right side, but foul. No question about this one. It's out of here. Another homer. That's his 4th home run of the series. So 2 down, and now the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.